from playing around in school to making like $3,000 a day and having to hide my money. I realized, I said, this shit real. Cause you buying dope from a killer. Chopper by the door. Everybody had a pistol on the floor. But boy, he had so much weight, I just couldn't believe it. Me and my main dogs, we talking about him, and they want to rob him. But man, I had a home where he might spend $5,000 every time and bring back 15. But I remember it was so much money on the streets at the time, bro. It was almost like, you rather be in jail than be broke. At this time, we real deal trying to be the biggest Kingpin weed in the city. So we kind of like get away from him because at one point he had got robbed. They had a gang over there, like Mohawk gang over there. And I know at one point he was beef with him. Y'all going to prison. Everything that we doing, he know about it. They telling on us. So the stash house was this, bro. You come in, every cabinet's full of weed.
The FBI swarming a Miami house and taking a man into custody in the area of Southwest.
So say goodnight to the bad guy.
The agency says the 28-year-old was picked up after the grand jury indicted him and 5 others.
Heat. Welcome to Honor Among Thieves.
Blessed to be here, bro.
Better late than never.
For sure, for sure. Weather, man. You know I'm coming from North Florida. It's weird out there, bro.
Yeah. What is that, 4 hours?
It's about 5.
You're a trooper, bro.
Not really what it is. I live in Ocala, right?
Okay.
So Ocala would be like 3. But then I'm originally from Lake City, so hit the road there, you know what I mean? But I'm always on the road, so you feel me?
For sure.
So,
and Florida's a weird state. Like people up north, they're like, yeah, I'm in New York, and then I'm in New Jersey, and then I'm in Connecticut, because all the states are small, but Florida's so big, you know?
And then North Florida, where I'm from, you might well say that's South Georgia.
Right. That's a whole nother...
Whole different lingo, culture different.
Very different, yeah.
Streets different, totally different.
Yeah, because South Florida's not country. But North Florida is, though.
For
sure.
Really, it's just... We got Jacksonville, and everything in between is country. All the towns are small towns, even when you get to Tallahassee. So the law enforcement different. We don't got everything y'all got down here, you know what I mean? Even the way we move around, we can get away with a lot more shit. Y'all law enforcement a lot more smarter.
Yeah, no, you can't get away with bro. Miami is like cops are on another level.
National.
Yeah, you know for sure. So we linked up on Instagram. You told me a little bit about your story, so I was definitely wanted to have you on. I actually haven't had anybody on from North Florida, so you'll be the first one.
So
I've had the West Coast. I've had Tampa. I've had St. Petersburg. I've had Orlando, and of course Miami, Broward. But I've never had North Florida.
It's a weird spot there, bro.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of guys get away up there too. Yeah, because you get guys in the rural communities, they know the law enforcement, they know how to move, right? Only thing, if you a big dog up there, you just gotta worry about the feds, unless you a jackass. Right. But if you know what you're doing, bro, it's a lot of cats got away, getting into trucking, real estate, dogs, farming. It's different up there, man. But the money is a little different. You make it slower, but you stack it. You know what I mean? So let's say I grew up in Miami, the big dog's gonna have
all kinds of
all type of shit.
Lamborghini, Ferrari,
right?
You know.
You grew up where I'm from. We'll wear slides, t-shirts every day. You know what I mean? Might buy some land, but if they know you got it, they know you got it. So a lot of guys can just stack their bread and just stack it because you can't shine. Ain't too much you can do. You know what I mean?
You don't have a choice but to save your money.
There's no choice but to
save
your money. Or you gonna look crazy. You're gonna look crazy.
That makes sense.
So I say them country boys, we stack different, we grind different, we do things with our money different. I think now you to get your whip, some rims and all that, but for the most part, man, it's like land, trailers. Some of the biggest drug dealers in North Florida will live in trailers. Really? Yeah.
That's wild.
Because you have all the land and you have access to all this land. You put your dogs back there. Some guys live in the country where the police can't even come at. So we got a lot of rural, you know what I mean?
Areas, yeah.
But then you do got the city. I think the city, you got guys that are trapped in the city. But the country boys, they really come uptown.
They move different.
And they'll disappear. So that's the difference between like North Florida and South Florida. Y'all can't hide.
No. I mean, you can blend in with other rich people.
Yeah. Y'all
But
do a lot of that.
if you caught, like, you can blend in with other rich people, but eventually somebody's going to be like, what does he do? You know? Because there's too many people watching you. And especially now with all the people moving to Miami, like, forget about it. And a lot of people, like, there was a big transition from coke in the 70s and 80s and early 90s to fraud in the 90s and 2000s.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's still a hot spot for like white collar crime. It's still huge on a drug selling standpoint, but so now it's like a hot spot for so many things that the feds have no choice but to always be looking at Miami. You know?
I see that. I see that.
It's where people go to flex.
Yeah, I see that.
So
actually, bro, back in my day, we used to try to get to Miami so bad because that was y'all had the numbers. Y'all had the numbers, y'all had the girls. But then it kind of changed, bro. It was like, I want to say, when I was in high school, bro, it always was going to be in Miami. Go to Miami. I got cousins in Miami. I got cousins in Miami. They big boys. But it was like, you get down here, you made it. But I want to say, had to be 9/11, after the towers. It was something around that time, bro. Everything kind of changed. It was like we couldn't get to Miami, so we get to Orlando. It was a lot of stuff going on in Orlando.
Yeah. I mean, that's when TSA, Homeland Security, you're talking a lot of things changed.
That's probably what it
and
was.
Since Miami was an international hub, after that, I imagine it was so much harder to do anything, like move any kind of drugs or, you know what I'm saying?
Go for that.
So you're originally from North Florida, like born and raised?
Born and raised.
Okay.
But I moved a few years. I moved about 3 years, moved up to Tennessee and Kentucky. But for the most part, boy, born and raised in Lake City.
Lake City. So what was Lake City like being a kid?
Man, bro, we got one Walmart, one high school. At some point, we had one middle school. We may got 2 middle schools now.
Okay.
Bro, it was like everybody know everybody's business. At one point, we was kids, bro. If you didn't go to church on Sunday and somebody saw you outside, man, where your people live? They kind of changed though. Everybody know who getting it. Bro, it's real. It's to the point where like, if you did something, bro, your people might hear about it before somebody tell you about it.
Right.
Everybody talk, everybody business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I think I wouldn't want to be from no other place, because what it did was it taught me how people is. People talk too much. No matter where you go, small town, big town. So when I moved, I was like, nah, I can't. Nah. They're gonna talk about it.
People are gonna be in your business.
They're gonna be in my
100%.
business. So, but for the most part, everybody hustling though. It's hustling though, because you gotta look at it. You got a town like that where everybody gonna work at. You got like a few tiers of people that certain jobs you can get, like the prison. That's always, they put in prison in the rural communities.
Of course. How far is Coleman from you guys? You don't know?
See, Coleman is in Ocala. That's where I'm at. I got a store over there.
Right.
So I'm familiar with a lot of guys.
So where's Lake City at?
Lake City is Baker. You ever, for me, it's state. You ever feel with Baker? Annex?
A state? Oh, yeah.
Baker.
Yeah.
That run through.
State prison.
Yeah, so we got to pass that to get to Lake City. You know, Valdosta, Tallahassee, Jasper.
Yeah.
Lake City
Heard of
right
all
there.
those.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, I know you talking about Coleman. Coleman right outside.
Right outside Ocala.
Yeah, I got a store out there.
That's like 45 minutes west of Orlando.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
right
know
there.
a lot of people there. But even Ocala and Coleman's kind of country, but it ain't as bad as Lake City. It's more central. It's a lot going on over there.
So, what were your parents like? Like, how'd they grow up? Are they originally from Florida?
Shit about it, bro.
Yep.
So my mom, she grew up in Lake City, but she moved in like 98. She married my stepdad and moved to Tennessee and Kentucky. So that's when I say I moved a few years. That's where I was at.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, so we moved, born and raised in Lake City until about 5th grade. Mom remarried. I did 6th grade, 7th grade in Tennessee. 8th grade, I came back to Lake City. So, crazy thing, my pops, he was in the military for a little minute. Then he worked at the prison for a little minute. By this time, he became a law enforcement. So by the time I moved, he was probably like a sheriff or probably like
He worked in the
it was a
he
sheriff.
worked in the prison system.
For a little while.
Okay.
I was like a baby for like a little while, but then for like 90, maybe like 90, he started working for the sheriff department. So when I moved, it was a sheriff department. So I moved back. When I moved back, it was a whole different ball game, bro. Because when I got to Tennessee and Kentucky, bro, you know, I'm small hometown, city raised, where you can pick at whoever you want to pick at. You can wear what you want to wear. You can go where you want to go. Man, I got to Kentucky, bro. Them boys had gangs. Yeah, so I'm in 8th grade.
You know what's funny? Kentucky's right close to Illinois.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why. When I got there, bro, different ball game. They had gangs, Crips Bloods, GD, and I had to like learn how to navigate through all that shit. Come from a country town where we still like wrestling and fighting and being goofy, and these niggas up here repping. So I always been able to kind of like maneuver through all my little situations. So when I got there, I learned like, okay, I learned politics. I learned you can't say everything to everything. And I learned how to be like loyal to certain cliques and sections, right? So when I got back, bro, I probably was 9th grade. I was starting cliques. I could start a gang. I had to, you know what I mean? Like I'm been in the big city for 2-3 years. Right. I come to the small city. We can start gangs. So, bro, we started a little clique, little rap cliques and stuff like that. That was fun for a little minute, but you know, anything you start as a clique in 8th grade, by the time you get to high school, it's cliquey. It's a gang type. Right. I was responsible for so much shit, bro. I remember like being in school, they telling me to stay away from whole time, bro. I'm the one like finessing, like, man, we would. But I learned a lot being in Tennessee, but it taught me not to be afraid of like, how you said, a culture shock at one point, and then it taught me like, man, if they ain't gonna shoot you, they ain't gonna hit you, bro, you straight. So when I came back to Lake City, bro, I wasn't afraid of nobody. I wasn't scared of nothing. It was just like, we in school, who the bully is, I can laugh at the bully now, cause them niggas ain't no real gangsters, right? Small towns, you very seldom have a lot of crazy violence. Might fight, jump. We was still doing that. I came back from niggas stabbing in the middle school, 8th grade. I'm like, that's wild. So kind of like, I'm kind of glad I came back though, cause I get deeper in shit and I meet people.
Yeah, because it took you out of that environment. Yeah,
for sure. Man, I ain't on that.
So getting into high school, you're exposed into kind of like the criminal element in another state. You come back, the element of fear is gone because you're around a pretty dangerous environment.
But I use it in the right way, bro.
Right.
Element of fear at that time, because I was still playing sports, so it made me fearless in sports. And then it made me fearless as far as the people in that city. Because I'm like, bro, I'm from here, I raised here, and then I done went somewhere so crazy, and I come back, we just like, man, we playing, ain't no real gangsters over here. So it was like that. But when you grow up in a rural community like that, bro, it's kind of like, y'all start doing shit without noticing you doing it because it's so boring. You know, I remember my mama was like, man, how y'all got into this when you started doing this? I'm like, mama, when you from a rural community and you live in a small town, it don't matter what lessons a person's getting taught in their house. You in that neighborhood, bro. So my dad, a law enforcement, my homeboy right across the street from me, him and his daddy, his mama on crack, you feel me? My dad at work every day, so ain't nobody at my daddy's house. Who you think they hanging out with? They come to my house. It don't matter the lessons, it matter your neighborhood. So we started doing like gangster shit before we even really knew it was gangster shit. It was like normal in the neighborhood. It goes from knocking on doors and running, to throwing rocks at cars, to breaking windows in people's house for fun, to, oh, the window broke this time, but my homeboy went in the window and he stole the TV, and it's fun. From that to, oh, my mama boyfriend left a gun, you wanna see it? Type shit. So it ain't no, oh, we wanna be gangsters. Nah, bro, we went from playing as boys, teenagers getting into bad shit, and then it's still not bad. Like, they're my friend and my homeboy until niggas start going to prison. That's when you really start. Like, that's when we really like.
Throughout that whole kind of like dipping your toe into bad stuff, did anybody in your circle ever get busted or in trouble? Did you ever have a?
Well, we were young, bro. When we was young, we played around a lot. I didn't get serious until like real street shit, trying to make some money till probably like 20. I think I started dabbing at like 16 though. Selling weed in high school.
Okay.
So
how'd that start?
I look at it like this. You always gonna have some guys that's down to get some money at an early age, but some people might run around, play around a little bit, but then you're gonna have certain people that they want that money, they know a way to get it and they gonna stick down. What it was to me was like everybody smoked weed and I ain't like to smoke, I ain't like to be high. So I think I had to be like 16. I was like, damn, all my partners smoking weed, bro, but I ain't like to get high. But I'm like, man, I'm finna get some weed, man, and I'm just sell it to a couple of my homeboys that want it cause I'm always in the hood. So I think the way I really got started is I remember my first job, my first gig was at IHOP. It was like a movie, bro. IHOP, my auntie worked there. I'm like 15 years old. She's like, "Timmy, you want to get a job at IHOP? I'm playing football still." I'm like, "Yeah, I work at IHOP on the weekend to play ball." So, bro, I'm in there, they busting my ass. The first weekend, they put me on Thanksgiving weekend. Busy as hell, busting tables. I'm like, this is what a fucking job is. So, bro, I stick it out. Christmas time come around, I'm like, hell nah. Paycheck like $200. I ain't working but the weekend, bro. There's a cat from Miami. We grew up with each other, but he moved to Miami a long time ago. I think he did like middle school in Miami. And when he came back like Miami lingo, Miami style. Nigga was jewelry, the Jabos, the throwbacks, the J's, right? He was so clean, he didn't even have no work clothes. So we at IHOP, he got J's on. He got like the black Jabos on, trying to act like they work clothes, but they Jabos. And I'm like, man, I'm in here with like Reebok class. I got real work clothes on, right? So we go chopping it up. So I know him from the street, but I ain't hanging with him. I just know him. But I know he hang with a lot of D boys. He hang with the big boys in the city. I see him. So we go chopping up a little more at work. So he like, "Hey man, I ain't with this shit here." But I'm thinking he talking to himself, cause he talking rap while he talking rap like when he washing dishes. I ain't saying nothing. So he like, you heard me? I said, "What you talking about?" He say something about some weed. I'm like, at the time, I was trying not to let nobody know I had weed, cause I was selling weed at IHOP. Every time I would be taking trash out, gone for a little minute, they would hit my phone and I would have some people, and I would meet them at the trash can. So at the time, I'm like, man, he might know I got a little weed on me. So we go chopping it up. Long story short, we gonna get a QP, and we gonna bust it down, and I'm gonna get it from a dog, and we bust it. So we do that. I'm at his house, bro. I see throwbacks and J's and his hats, fitted hats all over his closet, bro. Nigga clean everywhere. So I'm like, I said, but I'm so young, bro. I'm not a QP, ain't gonna buy this shit. I'm young, bro, 15, 16. So I get him my money, we go get the weed, we bust it down. I go in the hood with my homeboy, I already been selling it. But I just never had somebody I can just get when I need it.
Right.
So bro, I sell 2 ounces. I see him at the park. I got a pocket for money because I'm in the hood every day. I'm hanging with jits. He ride around with homeboys. Come to find out, he was trying to be cool. He was smoking all the weed because he was hanging with real dope boys. Come to find out, he was never a real dope boy. He was wearing their clothes. Come to find out, he was wearing their clothes. He was riding around with them. He was the only nigga in the clique that worked. He just looked like a dope boy. He like he had money. He was wearing their jewelry and all. He ended up bucking me later on when I got big. I ended up fronting him. He ended up running off. But so I'm lined up with him, and we getting cheese, and I'm like, something about him just don't seem right. He ain't getting money, but he's just like, so I kind of branched off from solo. It's still petty though, but I'm bagging downs and I'm bagging nicks, and I'm taking them to school. And I'm in the middle, so In middle school, we started it. By this time, we in high school. So now I'm in high school, and I'm bagging downs and bagging nicks, right? Paid as hell, the paidest shit ever. I was dating this older woman, and she was like, she called me one day, and I'm on the phone at school, and she catch me in the transaction, and I'm telling the dude, you want to nick her down, you want to nick her down. She started laughing. She said, boy, you don't get that shit out that high school. So I started dealing with her a little more because she was dealing with like big dope boys, right? So how I really got on around that time before I really found the plug, how I really got on in high school was I was dealing with her baby daddy went to jail. He was selling a lot of weed. But bruh, she was like 26, 25, something like that. I'm like 17 now. So I ain't got no business even around her, right? So I never forget one day, we in the hood. I was really in shape at the time, bro. I'm young, playing football. So she poking my chest like, what's that? So I'm thinking, bro, she's 20-something years old. I'm like, so I get up getting a number and stuff. So that same night, I'm telling them like, man, you ain't got no weed? But cause I know what baby daddy is, but I'm playing crazy. I know she can't get it from her baby daddy, but her baby daddy is her baby daddy cousin. At the time they called him, I ain't gonna say his name, but he was real plugged in. He was really one of the biggest drug dealers we had at the time when it come to like the weed and like stunting. So she said, yeah. She said, well, you probably remember these numbers. Remember QP like 275, 250 and shit.
That was a long time
ago, right?
Very long time
Long time ago, right? So she like, so this is like 04. So I'm like, she said, yeah, give me 275, I'll get your QP. So I bet. Keep in mind, bro, my dad a law enforcement. But we all grew up together. We all grew up the same way. Just my dad law enforcement. So really, I'm trying to be slick. So if I get the weed, I can't get the weed. Can nobody talk about this shit? I know what I'm doing when I get it, but I gotta be real low key. So bro, she go get the weed from me. And I'm like, okay, bet. So now for a little minute, she gonna plug. But I'm staying night to her house. I'm even sneaking out my grandma's house at night. So I'm going to stay at my grandma's house. So sneak out the window. So I can go to her house, chill with her at night. Then I'll sneak back in my grandma's window, go to school in the morning. I just felt like I was doing something because I'm dealing with this older woman. She been dealing with these dope boys and she liked me.
And she's plugging you up,
and she plugging me in. So every night I'm trying to go there and chill. We not having sex. We not doing nothing, bro. It's like she cheating on her people, but she loyal at the same time. She ain't touching me. She just chilling. So I go to dealing with her. So she was one of the girls that stay up all night. And back in the day, you had like some clique girls. They hang out. Pills was real popular back then. So she was sending me out her little female clientele. I'm getting a little cheese, bro. I'm getting a little cheese. So I graduate high school. When I graduate high school, I'm still dealing with her, but everything petty. Everything I'm doing at this point is like petty because I'm still playing football.
Right.
And my dad law enforcement. Mama military, bro. We ain't finna play like that, right?
At this point, what are you pushing? Like a quarter pound a week?
At this point, I'm getting like a pound from a dude from across the field with my working check. Right? So every time I get a working check,
you re-up.
I'm blending it, right? And I'm getting QPs from her only because she was like really talky.
Right.
And like she know my people, she know me. I'm like, I can't, I'm making it to her, I'm just doing this shit just to, you know what I'm saying?
Just to get by.
And I really don't want to stop buying QPs from her because I like her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like her, she's sexy, she older than me. And it's like, by me being around, I felt like I'm being somebody, but that shit was some young nigga losing.
Because you're a kid,
shit,
yeah.
right?
You think you're a grown man now because, you know.
For real. So where I really started getting no real weight until, from there, I think I had got like a check, bro, and we got a pound. And I got a pound. It was still trying to be straight. You can't be full-fledged if you, because you got to understand, you playing football, you fresh out of high school.
You still got this job.
You still got this job. You got but bro, you know how it is between 18 and 24.
Yeah.
Bro, talking about school, you liking girls that don't like you because you ain't got no paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain female won't even look at you, bro. You ain't got the right attire on. And we come from that era. So this 05. So you understand, Jeezy out, Gucci Man out.
All that, yeah.
All the girls at high school.
So icy, all that, yeah.
All that. All the girls at high school, they don't want them older guys. They driving older guys' cars.
In Miami, bro, high school was like, the women, they were with college dudes or with like drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? They were.
So you know how that
feel. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know how that feel. So at that point, you got people thinking about college, and then you got guys thinking about football. And I was stuck at that point. I remember thinking like, let me go to the community college just to keep my people straight.
Right.
And then whatever happened from there. That was the worst mistake I ever made because, see, they supposed to have got me away from the city. I supposed to been away from Lake City. Because by me being there, going to school there, you're going to go to community college in like 2-3 years. In them 2-3 years, dog, I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I'm seeing guys in my city, they getting, but everybody that's selling crack. See, that city had always been a crack town, a cocaine town. Nobody really sold weed. They laugh at weed guys. But me, I'm like, I ain't selling no crack. I can't. I'm still going to school. I'm gonna get a little paper.
What kept you from crossing over to selling crack?
It was just, bro, probably
risk?
because that was the drug I had always seen from going to my homeboy house. I had always seen. They were 10 years old having crack. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't sold fake crack before. Never sold real crack. Because we was making like perk. Just running down cars. So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So, bro, I'm in college. So I'm in college. I got a homeboy here. We played football and all together. But he couldn't go to college. But this nigga was a scholar. This is how we really got plugged. This is how I really started. Like, went from playing around in school to bucking school to making like $3,000 a day to having to hide my money. I had a homeboy named Zoe. Nah, he was just, his name was Gonzalez, but they just called him Zoe.
Zoe, okay.
Yeah. Zoe was always smart, bro. So we in school, Zoe made A's and B's. He was never no street guy, but he come from like his family. He's the first person to ever go to college. He was the first person to graduate high school. Family full of trappers. So he had a big drug little cousin named Hurt Burt from Jacksonville. Named Hurt Burt was he was young, bro. He was on like 22, but he had like selling bricks and stuff out of Picketttville. If you're familiar with Picketttville, Florida, it's in Jacksonville, but it's his own little lane. It was so bad at the point back then, the police wouldn't even ride down Picketttville. It was like, and I thought they were lying. We get down there, bro. He said the police wouldn't ride down Picketttville because they were shooting at the police. Do the research. Anybody knows the research about Picketttville in the early 2000s, you will see. Police wouldn't ride down there. The feds had to just come do sweeps. It was one of the roughest side of Jacksonville other than like Moncrief. So, bro, he from Jacksonville. He like, hey, my cousin got birds, and he got weed, he got coke, he got everything. So I'm like, let's run it. So we get in the car one day, drive down there. But to get down there, bro, it's country looking, because it's still North Florida, Jacksonville.
Right.
So when we get to Picketttville, bro, we see these old houses, bro. All the houses on blocks. But niggas got cars and rims. I'm like, man, what the hell we at? It's a dope zone. But we get to the house.
The cars are always a giveaway.
Always. And so, bro, this was around the time where, the Florida tags didn't have, Florida had your county.
Yeah.
So I just got stuck my tags in Columbia County. That was like a no when you do that, when you go to Jacksonville back in the days. So he like, man, you got the Columbia County tag, man. We gotta go straight to Burt House. We go straight to Burt House, they know what it is. So we go straight to Burt House. They looking at the car crazy. But when I get in there, when I first pull up, that's when I first realized, bro, this shit real. With all that bullshit playing, I had been doing in high school and playing, buying little QPs and getting a little pound from across the street from dog. I realized, I said, this shit real. Cause you buying dope from a killer. So we get to the.
Was that your first experience buying real weed, real drugs from like
real weed from a person that had real weed and had it in the house, whatever you want to do. That was my first time. So we get to the house. So this 05, this my choppers and chopper zone and pliers and all that shit was popping.
I remember.
And we get there, bro. These niggas got choppers by the door. Everybody had a pistol on the floor. And it was that when the plasma team
Playing Xbox?
Yeah, playing just came out and everybody playing Xbox or either watching porn, some crazy shit
some
like
crazy
that, right?
shit.
It was crazy, right?
That's how a trap house really
That's how a
is.
trap house was. That's how a trap house really was. It was baking soda, it was scale.
That's crazy.
He had a peephole in the door with burglar bars. And it's like, I remember guys putting the money through the hole. I'm like, oh shit, but we really in the trenches.
Alrighty, guys, taking a quick break from the podcast to hear a word from our sponsor, and that is NordVPN. Nowadays, guys, as you know, data is currency. Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, any of these bigwig tech companies, they're all after your data. And they're not the only ones after your data. As someone who used to be pretty well versed in the world of fraud, your data and your information is more vulnerable than ever. You want to stay safe. You want to make sure no one has access to it, and no one can spy on you to see what you're doing on your devices. Guys, it's more important than ever to have a VPN. If you sign up for NordVPN through Honor Among Thieves Podcast, you'll get introductory rates only available through our link. Make sure to click on the link in the description below. Whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, or anywhere else, the link should be in the description. Go ahead and click on it and get started. Now back to the podcast.
Yeah, that back in the days when they play Xbox on the plasma or either watch porn or something like that.
I grew up in a black neighborhood. I grew up in Carroll City.
So you know.
So
you were in Carroll City. So you know, I got some family out there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you know how them trap houses was.
Yeah.
Rims sitting in the kitchen. Some 2060s.
Some tires and shit. Yeah,
he waiting for his bird to get out the shop. So bro, we
And how old are you?
at this time, so right now I'm 18. I didn't graduate high school. I'm 18.
Yeah, but coming from the country to that,
From
that's
the
like.
country, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm 18 and turn 19. This 05, 06. So I really didn't play first out of high school, bro. I got straight to the paper. Like it seemed like it took a while because I sold weed all through high school. So I had like 3-4 years of playing around. By the time 06 come and I meet Bert. Bert was this flamboyant type of guy. But he taught me a lot of shit, right? He taught me you don't got to buy all this shit every week, every day, right? If you that nigga, you that nigga, right? He taught me like, save your money, stack your money, and then pop out. He would pop out. So he'd be like, man, y'all come to the club with me, man? I'd be like, I just came to get to work because I don't got no money. I'm trying to get some money. So he started sending us like pounds at the time. It was a player number, it was like 700. Really wasn't high, really wasn't low. It was just enough for me to go late sitting, bust him down. So I think he gave us like a 5-pack for 700 a piece. He was fronting his cousin.
He fronted him to you. You didn't have to buy him?
Cousin.
Okay. But you had to buy him.
But nah, this how the finesse. This how the finesse was always. So this, we never fell out, but this how it always was with me and him. He would always find these plugs. And he was real smart. He would find these plugs and he would tell me about these plugs and he would take me to these plugs. He would always just make money off me. I was just like, that's how he made living off of me, bro. It don't matter what it was. He'd be like, so we did that for a little minute. And then a few times I went with his cousin. Cause like I say, he was slick. He was a smart guy. He knew how to find the guys that can get connected to his cousins and he would make the money off it. And then later on in the line, he would come out of the equation and his cousin would still give him the bread where he would make off of the thing. A few times his cousin got stuck in Lake City with coke. And my partner T, I ain't say nothing about him yet. He real quiet. He don't really, I ain't gonna put the business out there, but he was selling a lot of blow at the time. And I remember we were getting weed, we were getting blow, and then he would come and on purposely leave in Lake City because he kind of know T gonna move it. So he like, man, Bert got like 4 pounds, like half a bird in Lake City, bro. We can't get rid of it. I like, how I got down here? What he was doing was we kind of peeked later on. He was like getting it, and we had another cousin, and he would just kind of just leave it. But so we did him for a good little minute. But Zoe was the reason I got deeper and deeper into the game because Zoe was always around the right people, but I don't know how he would meet these people. So we went from 70 pounds, getting pounds from him like 700. I make a little money, but I ain't.
How far do you break them down at this point? All the way down to the dime or no?
So I'm breaking everything down. At this point, we breaking everything down. There's no way for me to sell you a pound because at the time I think pounds were probably like 8.
So like breaking it down to like half O's and that kind of stuff?
Breaking it down to QPs, Back then, I think I was doing like 275 QP, sell 4 go back. And it was you really trying to get it out fast. But then the nicks and dimes, I had to trap that out in high school.
Right.
So now, I ain't finna sell them more nicks and dimes. So more like QP. But the numbers, it's not no player number. Can't make no money yet. I can pay my phone bill. But bro, I'm looking at niggas buying cars and putting rims on them, painting their cars and taking their girls on shopping sprees. At the time, we all had chunks then, but at the time, it was like whoever had the biggest chain. It wasn't a whole bunch of chains like it is now. It's like whoever had the biggest, rawest gold chain, you was the kingpin. And then what you did was you would go get a chain for your girlfriend. You go buy one of your little female, even if she and your girlfriend, it makes a note. I want to do that. I couldn't do that selling those damn nicks and dimes, right? So Gonzo get a scholarship and go to, Zoe get a scholarship and he go to University of North Florida. No, UCF.
Central Florida.
Central Florida. In Orlando. He living on campus and all, but he living the scholar school life. He got a master's and all, right? The shit I'm telling you, bro, if you see him at the time, you won't believe this shit was going down. So at the time, my dog T, I told you about, right? I'm gonna bring T in and I'm gonna get deep into the story. T at the time was already selling like pills and coke. We was cool, but we wasn't making no money.
You weren't friends like that,
yeah. But we actually cousins, but we just never really deal with each other, right? We had two different cliques of guys. He was selling a lot of pills at the time, and I used to hear about him. We had a lot of mutual friends. But I hear him out having weed. I'm like, man, but he never looked like the guy that, I'm telling you, bro, he never had no jewelry. He would button up. And he'd be in the middle of the trenches with everybody that trapping. He would like button up. He always had his own style. He was always quiet. But he had so much weight, I just couldn't believe it. So one point in time, me and my main dogs, we talking about him, and they want to rob him. Because I just don't believe he got all this shit they say he got. So somehow we end up meeting, it was like a small sting. I was gonna do a middleman, and my homeboy was like, man, that's T, man. So we locked in. Now Zoe already know T and know his cousin, and Zoe been rocking with me too. But we just never had put us together. So once me and him got together, Zoe looked at it like, okay, because like I told you, all Zoe's job was to find plugs and put the number on it and let me get it, right? So now he got 2, maybe 3, because now he done brought me, it's T and T cousin. T and Zoe cousin, they real tight, but they ain't getting no money, but they playing over there. So he linked me up. He say, man, you and T be selling them Roxys? Oxys. I said, nah, I don't know nothing about it. I've been hearing about it. I just want the weed, bro. I don't want nothing but weed. I don't want no crazy charges. Give me the weed. Everybody know for weed, give me the weed. Man, you need to come to Orlando. All the weed down here, and it's on the east side, on the pretty side, where the college students at, right? So I was like, bet. So me, at this time, I think I done brought me a Jag by this time. I'm high on my money though at the same time. I done brought me a Jag. I done cashed out with me a Jag. But we high on my money. So Zoe done got him a Jag, I done got me a Jag. We done went to the dealership, we done dropped like a music video, dropped the Gucci bag. Real talk, we done dropped the Gucci bag. And I got mine from Ocala.
So you're not pushing quarter pounds at this point. You're doing more.
I've been selling pounds, but bro, I've been slow grinding. Like I say, when you in the country, bro, you can slow grind.
You gotta stack up your money.
So some guys sell 10, some guys make off 10 pounds. Back then in the city, you probably could have made the same thing off for like 2 pounds. Cause you gonna bust it down. And then a lot of guys at those times, they were so scared to get weight, they'll get 5 pounds and go get 5 the next day, 5, you know what I mean? So you're making the same amount of money, you're not buying the same amount of weight. That's the only thing I didn't like, because we were such on an island. A lot of guys didn't want to come up there because law enforcement is real country and racist. And a lot of guys really didn't want to, from there, they want to go and get it. So whoever would drive and get it, they'll make the money, or whoever had a driver would make the money.
Right.
By this time, Zoe down in Orlando, bro, he introduced me to this, bro, I don't know how he did it. One summer, bro, he introduced me to all these people one summer. So he introduced me to a guy named Dread. Dread was a Jamaican nigga, but he was at college. He was going to college in the day. He was selling weed. So he had the weed for like $500. I'm with Zoe one night at the party. We meet him at the party. He said, man, I got a pound for 500. At those times, bro, you would always go out of town and try to meet people. If you had work or you had money, it was like, ain't how it was now. You man, what's up, bro? You got this? Man, I'll go buy them tomorrow. That's how we was. Bro, we go to the dread house that next day. I get like 10 pounds for like $4.50. I ain't never bought no weed this cheap.
And that's a real wholesaler because he's giving you a discount because you bought more. Yeah.
And I'm trying to act like
he's a real wholesaler.
Real wholesaler, bro. But the skinny little Haitian guy, bro. Named Dread. He real smart, bro. I couldn't believe because I'm like
Haitian or Jamaican?
He was Haitian.
Haitian. Okay.
He called him Dread. He had Dread. It was a name he threw out there for us. I got plugged in with the Zoe later. That's how I ended up eating with the Zoes. I'll tell you about that later. But so we get the Dread house. I'm like, okay, then I got 10 packs for $4.50. I'm like, they already sold. I'm seeing money. I'm counting money. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna go. We go to the city. I sell them. I come back. I think I buy some shit for Dread.
At this point, are you just like one hand to the other, like, or you still break it down?
At this time, I'm doing it all. I'm selling Qs. I'm selling ounces, and I'm selling whole pounds.
What's your profit off a pound at that point?
At that time, it was 800. So this is what the thing was. If I sold you a pound, it'd be 8.
Right.
If I broke it down, I think I broke it down like 60 ounce. It was like 960 or something like that. So
and you're getting them for $4.50.
Yeah, paying $4.50.
So you're like doubling your money. That's good.
Doubling money.
That's a good profit.
Money. But it's weed money.
Right.
So if I'm making that money, imagine what my dogs them doing selling crack. They selling crack, they selling coke.
No, the profit.
Yeah, they looking at me crazy right now though. But at the same time, I'm the one having though. I'm having, and I'm put up in a way. I'm not every day on the streets. I'm able to buy what I want, and I'm able to chill with a female and stay out the street. But it's the money I got. I almost had. You would have to spend $20,000 to. That's why I got good with money, because I would have to re-up with more money than the average person.
Right.
So my dog might re-up. Man, I had a home where he might spend $5,000 every time and bring back 15. Bro, I had to spend 20, maybe to make 5. Sometimes my partner was so good with numbers. He was like the quick flip. He started quick flip shit. He was like, man, if I spend 30,000, I'm gonna make 35. I want 35. And I just couldn't understand that. But that's how we got good with money, because you got to have a whole lot of money even to make a profit. Yeah. So Zoe got me down there with Dread. We're getting things $4.50. Only thing is, it's my first time driving from Orlando to Lake City with weight. I'm kind of scared at the time. But I remember it was so much money on the streets at the time, bro. It was almost like you rather be in jail than be broke. Weird as it sound, it was just so much money. You was like, man, before I don't got no money, man, I'll just be broke. And I mean, before I ain't got no money, I already be in jail, right? That's how we really feeling that way, because you understand, this 06, all the trap star rappers are popping, you know what I'm saying? And even some of the plugs that I was meeting, them, they rapping. It went from going to get weight from Zoe and bring it back to the city to going to get weight from Zoe, come back with a mixtape, all this shit. So you riding around back listening to you plug, and he talking this shit. You like, man, I done brought you all this shit, right? He really ain't really like that shit. Like that one, honestly, that's a whole nother story. But honestly, I remember when the game got fucked up when all the plugs start trying to rap. Yeah. So we get down there mess with Dre. So Dre ended up getting shot. Dre got shot and robbed, so we can't deal with Dre with the weed no more. So Zoe still down there, still going to school. Zoe done mess around and asked me again about the pills and the coke. Like, man, I don't know about no coke. But T always deal with a lot of white boys. T used to have coke and pills. So when I asked T about the pills, he knew about all the pills, how you sell them with. But at the time, he knew about them, but he had no guys. He had no guys to buy them from him. So these the 80s, bro. These the 80s. So imagine, he tell me, bro, you know the 80s, we sell them for $40. I'm getting for $20. We sell them for $40. So I'm like, okay, if I can't get the weed from Zoe, and at this time I done got so big, kind of like selling weed, I don't want to get no weed from nobody in the city. I had this rule, ain't no plug if you getting it from your city.
Right.
So I was like, man, I'm a dip and dab with these pills for a little minute, and then when the weed come back around, we're gonna lock in. Bruh know everything about the pills, but for some odd reason, bruh, he just don't got the clientele no more. I have no clientele on the pill. Me, the one white guy, he tell me, if you get them, I sell them. I eat some of them, but I sell them. So I met up with Zoe. We go to Orlando. Man, we go to these white boys' house. Never forget, it was a nice neighborhood. This when I first started realizing that the plug's not in the hood, like where you from with the rims outside.
100%. It's totally different.
With the fire barrel burning and shit all night. Nah, these motherfuckers got boats in their yard, trampoline and pool, this quiet neighborhood. So we go to the white boys' house. They nerds, bro. I'll never forget, it was a hunchback sob in the car. When we get in there, they got motorcycles and dirt bikes all in the house, just broke loose. Bro, this dude had so many OxyContin pills. It was almost like they were fake, like they were printing them out. So I said, Zoe, man, where you getting them from? He told me, I don't know the story. Zoe met him, because Zoe used to always sell like shit. Zoe was selling like fake Rolexes. So he had sold a fake Rolex to a doctor, and the doctor liked it and wanted to buy fake Rolex from him. So he ended up selling fake Rolex to the doctor's son. Bro, while the doctor's son had been stealing prescriptions, I don't know how to this day, I don't know how he do it. He was stealing pills before they got to the pharmacy. I had never heard of this, bro. I thought he was lying. I said, yeah, bro, I was selling Rolexes, man, you get the pills. He had so many blues. I was so scared way back with him. I started unhooking my tail light on my Jag. Take the whole tail light out. I was scared, bro. I was like, I ride with pills, but I call these bitches, I'm catching life. So I would take the whole tail light out, wrap the pills up, put the pills up in there, tape them up, and then I would reinstall the tail light.
How many did you end up copping that day?
That day though, so it was 100 in the bottle. It was two, so it was two. So I ended up getting 200 bottles, but it was still a lot of pills because you can get a lot of 30s, you can get a lot of 60s. Even like 40s at time, but you couldn't get a whole bottle of 80s. People was ODing off them bitches. So, bro, we get back to the city. You can't play with these. You can't talk about them. If you ain't on them, bro, you ain't got no business knowing I sell them. If I ain't selling them to you, you ain't got no business knowing I got them. So, I get them. And so, this when we really did start like, it wasn't just about the money no more. We knew we was like gonna be some big dog. Like we knew we were gonna run shit. Like at this point, I kind of knew like, bro, we getting so much money and meeting so many different people, bro, that all I got to do is keep going to Orlando. So T would stay there. I was like the guy that would go meet the deals. Like I would meet so many people, bro, because I never liked to sit in the city. I always bounced around. I ain't have no kids. I ain't have no girlfriends. If I did have girlfriends, they're gonna be out in the city. They're gonna be in other cities. So, bruh, I went down a rabbit hole in Orlando, bruh. I met some everybody to get all the work we ever needed. And like everybody in my city that was on my team, they ain't have to meet nobody, they ain't have to see nobody. Bro, I was meeting so many people, bro. When we met the white boys, this how green I was, this how greedy I was, but this how smart I was too. When we met the white boys, Zoe stayed in a nice apartment complex, like right across the street from the campus. The white boy lived off of East Orlando, right off of Goldenrod. Nice neighborhood. So that night, I'm at Zoe's house, his brother there. I'm like, they were telling us about some weed that they had, but I don't know Gonzo or Zoe gonna let me get the weed from him without him putting his numbers on it. I wasn't tired of it at the same time.
Because Zoe was always the middleman.
He's always the middleman, but to his respects, bro, he would meet a lot of motherfuckers I had no business knowing.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, you gotta understand, it's like if I can cut anybody out and get straight to some chicken, dog, I'm gonna be a whole different person. This is what I did, bro.
And at this time, you're pushing the Oxy, waiting for another plug to give you some weed.
I'm selling the Oxy. I'm still getting a little bit of weed here and there. Forgot who was getting it from, but I would get. T had a little plug from the guy that melted in, but it wasn't nothing I could eat off of. It wasn't nothing I could eat off of. So we go to dealing with the white boys with the pills. So we go to the crib, and that's at the time when the GPS used to be able to put them on your windshield. So I get to the white boy house, and I say, man, you know what? In the morning, when we go over there, I said, I'm gonna do two things. I said, I'm gonna try to pull my GPS out and pin it and go back to their house and talk to them by themselves, or I'm just gonna remember what house we went to, and I'm gonna go over there. Cause they kept saying, man, we got a Haitian guy got some weed, he live right around the corner, he'll bring it to you. I'm thinking everybody lying. I'm thinking everybody setting me up at the time. Cause when we first got there, I just couldn't believe all the pills, and by the time we got made it to the city, I'm like, they okay, but I just don't believe, bro, all these drugs on this nice side of town. So, bro, the next morning we go there, they give the pills. My GPS won't pin. So we leave. I'm pitching everywhere we go. So I get in the car with Zoe. We be in the corner. That next day I get up before he get up, and I hit it. I'm gonna find these white boys. Cause I want the pills that they got, and I want the weed. They keep telling me this Haitian nigga got the pills right around the corner. I mean the weed right around the corner. So I ride by. I'm like, dang, that look like the house. That look like the house. I see the hunchback saw. It was like a gold color, like a rusty gold color. I see the hunchback saw, but the garage down. Knock on the door. Like, well, what's up, man? Hey, bro, we chop it up. So he said, yeah, cool. So now, but I already had my money on me. I didn't expect to do a transaction. I said, bro, man, what the Haitian dude you said got the weed, man? Tell me I want 10 pounds. I had brought so much money in Orlando, I hadn't planned on going back to Lake City unless I came back with some weight, because it was like, if I wasn't selling nothing and making no money, there was no need for me to be in Lake City. I had girls up in Orlando, bro. I'm talking about like some bad chicks. So I'm living my best life. So he called Zoe. Zoe pulled up, I'll never forget. We got real close. I call him to this day. Zoe pulled up in a white Ram truck, beat up truck. Bro, he got dirty clothes on, dreads, the weed in the back of the truck with cans and tires and shit. Just throw the shit back there, bro. Riding through like it ain't nothing. He pull up and he looked so fucking mean, he wouldn't say nothing. He looked crazy as hell. Man, he's talking like this, man, the weed in the trunk, man. Where the money at, man? She get the money. I'm like, fuck. So now I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna cut the white boys out. I'm gonna go try to find him. Bro, when he came, the white boy's house was right here. When he came out, his house was right there, bro. All he did was
Count the corner.
Count the corner. His house right there, bro. I came back through that bitch. Boom. What's up? Hey, what's up, man? I didn't cutthroat it. In one weekend, bro, I done jumped over 2 plugs. I'm telling T on the phone. He think I'm lying. He said, it don't sound right. I said, bro, me and White, where we get the pill from? I said, bro, the Zoe came and got the pill, but all this shit in the same neighborhood. So I don't see the White boys no more for a little minute. I'm going to dealing with, we call them JR. Go to dealing with JR. This how we got so locked in, bro. JR was doing scams, was doing fraud where you hit him with your car, and they'll do the little
car insurance fraud and all that. Yeah.
So he did that, but he had been doing it with like a side chick he was dealing with. So he did it one time, got in a wreck with a side chick. His wife kicked him out the house. So he said, this Junior. Hey man, I ain't not gonna have that no more, man. I gotta chill for a little minute. I got caught cheating, whoop, give me the rundown. But my nephew have it. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, man, same shit. You give him a nephew. I'm fucking with you, but my wife chilling, man. She's trying to keep me out of the house and all this type of shit. I like it, bet. At this time, we real deal trying to be the biggest kingpin weed in the city. Like we was doing this shit on purpose. It wasn't no, maybe get some money. No, we like, all right, bet. Everybody want to sell crack. Everybody want to sell pills and coke. The weed is an open market. I say, bruh, we can consistently get weed, get these numbers. And he was on a quick flip. He said, bruh, this is what we're gonna do. He say, if because his nephews was a lot younger. He was an old gangster. His nephews was a lot younger. They was rapping. The boy had cars, and the boy was really trying to get to the money. So by the time I met up with them, they had already heard about me. They said, yo, woo. By the time I met with them, we real deal got organized. So I was dealing with a chick in Lake City at the time. She was getting ready to go to the military. And she had an apartment. So this when we started doing the organized shit. This is why we never really got caught. And when we did get caught, they caught us with petty shit. I got a saying, some niggas get away. But I was dealing with her. So I told her, I said, man, don't get rid of your apartment. Let me keep it. At this time, like I say, we were going to Picketville. Everybody had trap houses. I didn't want to be around no trap. You put me in the trap, bro, I'm not talking to you. If you call me to serve you and you in the trap, bro, don't call my phone no more. We gonna get these stash house. This is a stash house. So we got so militant with the shit because we were making so much money and we make it under the radar. We got so militant to the point where we like, bro, ain't no girls come to this spot, bro. Ain't no, bro, we got day ones to this day. When they see this, they gonna be like, y'all had a stash spot. Bro, we had day ones, we hang around every day, could not come to that stash spot. So
once you're plugged in with the nephew, like how much are you pushing by that?
So I got plugged in with the nephew, we were still going to get the 10-10. We're getting 10 and 10.
Like what? How often?
The road was scary. So I remember when we first started, we'll go get 10. I get 10, get 10. So it would be a 20 pack. So it would be 20. So the road was scary. So it was like, man, let's kind of like bust it down. So then we ended up meeting 2 plugs. That's when the stash house became the stash house for real. So by us selling so much weed from the guys from Orlando, we getting so intertwined into this gang culture that Orlando started having. Because, like I say, when the plug started rapping, right? That's the thing. All the plug guys that had the money, they started rapping. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Orlando or later politics, but they started had like these street gang shit. So, bro, they got so deep into the shit. So we to the point like, bro, we had to find another plug because it wasn't just weed with him no more. Now he wanted to have they were arguing about who had the fastest don't. I remember, bro, he was doing shows and it was just like more on rap shit. He was spending most of the money on rap, doing music videos. It was like telling on himself through the music and shit. Like, so we kind of get away from him because at one point he had got robbed because they had some rap beef shit. They had a gang over there, like Mohawk gang over in Orlando at one point. He would beef with him. And I'll never get with him. I was waiting for him one time. And it was a guy that's standing on the balcony, just watching. And we was like, what the hell? And we got in the house. He was like, hey, bro, man, that's the nigga woo-de-woo. Man, they were rapping. And I was like, bro, y'all bitches is rapping. That's why y'all fucking up the game. This sell weed, bro. They rapping and beefing and rapping shit. So it was kind of like shit getting kind of weird with him. He ended up getting robbed. Them niggas who did, we ended up running the house and shit. So, but we kept plugs because we kept. So what it was is if you send a lot of weed, it's always gonna be somebody that wish they can just find the plug and just give it to you. So we had this guy that worked for the Coast Guard at the time. So we was sending a lot of weed, but like at that time, if you're getting weed from me or T, you was on because this is what we did. So remember we started getting numbers for like $5.50, right?
Right.
We getting them 10s. So my partner was like, bro, it was too much of a risk to just pop off them 10 and hop back on the road. We ain't have no driver yet. So what we would do was at that time, before I started getting drivers, we would get the 10. I might wholesale 5, I'm bust down. So he came up with this thing. He said, bro, let's do $50 ounces, $15 quarters, $25 half ounces. I ain't want to do it at first. I'm like, it don't make no sense. $15 quarters, $25 half ounces, $5 ounces. He said, bro, it's $800. I said, well, yeah, it's $800. $450, $800. I said, oh shit. Bro, I had never did that math in my head. I was always selling what according to the streets sold. Right. Just a little bit under. Bro, when he did that, bro, we bust the hood open. They started calling us deals on wheels. So it was like, keep in mind now, we getting weight. Because back this time, we hadn't found another plug. Back, I tell you that the Coast Guard guy, he hadn't caught wind of us, and he came home one day in the club. He like, man, you want to see me with that motherfucking weed, man? You fuck with me. I get that shit at your front door. I think he bullshitting. Because he's a good boy. He's a pretty boy, bro. I'm talking about he's military. All the plugs I ever had, I never need no pistol, bro. They're
all clean cut.
All clean cut. Except for the Orlando nigga, though. The nephew. He was on some other shit, right? But, so we started dealing with him. So we real serious at the time because now we got our numbers. Now we got a whole game plan. So the game plan is we get 50 pounds. I had 3 people out front. He had 3 people in front. I would give your people 5. You give people 5, right? So that's 10. Yes, 10. That's almost 15 pounds right then and there. So if he had 3 people, I would give him 5. You can get 5.
You're fronting each person 5 pounds. He's fronting each person 5 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you're doing it for $650.
We're doing $650. Getting for like $455 because at this point we had a driver. So I think the driver went like $50 each pound. So only person came to stash out with the driver. He'll tell you. I remember one point in time, he came in. I was grinding so hard I had the same clothes on. But like I say, bro, we come from the area. If you get money, you got money, can't nobody tell you shit. But we go to the club, clean as fuck. You'll see me the next day with the same shit. And you better not say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Cause it's what it was. It was no, you know what I mean? So I remember him coming, he like, damn, man, he had the same thing on. Cause he came like 2 days ago. I ain't changed clothes, bro. Cause at that point, I wasn't going nowhere. I remember like, bro, I ain't pop out. I remember like, it was like Monday through Thursday. I would grind, maybe Friday or Saturday, I would kind of re-up. Sunday, I might pop out. But I only popped out depending on how much money I made. There wasn't no thing where I had to be in the club. I had to go deal with this girl. But if I ain't made no money this day, bro, I ain't popping out. So we got, man, bro, shit got so crazy at that point. So we didn't get no trouble. Ain't no running with the law, none of this shit. This would make the story so dope. Ain't no running with the law, none of this. We running it up. And at the time, bro, we ain't out undercover. So this 06, 07, this 08 now. We ain't even got undercover. We only got unmarked cars in Lake City yet. We ain't get unmarked cars until they had a big fare bus. It's one of the biggest drug busts we ever had in Lake City. What they did with that money was they brought a whole bunch of vehicles, unmarked cars, and some of the cars were marked and they would have brought with seized drug money. So our sheriff department really pretty much poor as fuck until they had that drug bust. So I remember at one point in time, it was like, I was doing so much that I was trying to dodge my pops because, bro, he law enforcement at the time. He called me, hey, man, let me talk to you. So one day, I leave the spot and go talk to him. He say, hey, man, y'all going to prison. My pop tell me. I said, yeah. Everything that we doing, he know about it. They telling on us. He say, hey, you and T think y'all slick. We know what y'all, he said, we know what y'all doing. He said, but he called me or something else. They started calling me Heat, but he had the name wrong, but I knew what he was talking about. He said, y'all think y'all slick. Y'all got these numbers, y'all selling the weed so cheap. And y'all giving so much weed in the bag that nobody ever want to buy nothing from y'all. When he said it, I'm like, how the fuck, right? But he not with the shit. He like, I got a problem. At this point, he like, man, I might have a problem with you even being around my house. The shit I'm doing. And then at the time, it's so much shit going on because we selling so much weed. It's people spreading rumors saying that we getting out the evidence loud. You know what I'm saying? Because it was rumors. It was heavy. It was real heavy. Because I understand, this time is 07. We getting all this money. We selling all this weed. My dad just so happened to be getting his house built at this time. So he telling me what he hearing and what people saying. He like, hey man, get your shit together. I'm like, I can't deny it, bro, because my daddy know me better than anybody. So I just move. I just kind of stay out of his way for a little minute. The money was so plentiful, Brad, you can't tell me I want to be a millionaire by 25. Cause at this time I'm 23. I'm hiding money, bro. You can't spend it. This how I'm trying to hide the money, bro. We got the car trader. I want to buy a car just to park it at this girl house. We want a Hummer. We want to buy the Hummer. We looking at Hummers and shit. I want to buy the Hummer, but I don't know how I'm gonna drive it. If I buy the Hummer, I can't drive around here.
So you just park it.
Yeah. So what I started doing is I would have shit nobody really knew about. That's why I never really been like stunting. Even to this day, I don't stunt because I'm like, bro, I really been that nigga while y'all nigga were trying to be that nigga. Cause the money, I always tell people, say, man, nigga got more cars and shit than me, but that nigga ain't got no more. He ain't got no motherfucking money. So at the point where I remember like hiding money, bro. My daddy got his house built. I remember I had like 20 grand in his roof. I remember like putting money in the girl's closet, trying to tell her it was my clothes or some shit with a safe at the bottom of it, and it was just weird because it's just weird. You couldn't spend the money. Shit got really real. It's when we got hot. We running. I ran by myself. So right now by myself solo, I've been running from 04 to 2008.
So would you say 2008 was your height? Like,
nah, bro. We had a third win.
all right, well,
Different plug.
let's finish this one.
So
get there.
08, that's when shit started getting hot because we just had this big Fed case. And they got caught a lot of shit, bro. Cars and money. It was unheard of. It was the biggest Fed case they ever gonna have in Lake City. Probably be the biggest one ever. So when they got busted, one of the guys had a whole lot of weed. He was plugged in with T. They had already been going to feds. It was just there. Everybody was just scared to touch everything. It was just there. So none of the guys that they had been dealing with, and they never knew me and T was sold. They didn't know. They was in feds. All the brothers was already gone. We had no deal with them. I had never dealt with them. We just know each other. They were big dogs. And so T had this plug where they had like, it's called BC Bud. You remember that shit? Really, really green, loud as hell. They had a whole bunch of that shit. They couldn't sell it. So they started like, we getting it from, it's like a cousin of that. We started getting it from them, and then that when niggas really knew, like, bro, these motherfuckers, you give Heat and T anything, but they gonna sell it. The Coast Guard nigga on my ass. He up there in Tallahassee. He live in Tallahassee. He go to fam. He a Coast Guard. He on my ass because he got the weight. I don't believe him. You don't look like it, bro. But I know he a good guy. Play football, play basketball. He trustworthy. I just don't believe that. Bruh, when he came, we started dealing with two people at the same time. It was him, and then T hadn't found another plug from a guy that lived in Lake City, but he had moved to Orlando. So it was like at this point we had two drivers. Bruh, I was seeing so much money, bruh, because I hadn't go nowhere. I didn't have to go nowhere. You had the Orlando guy, he would come straight to my homeboy mama house with Jamaicans. So she be at work. She get up at 3 o'clock. She never knew, bro. We got dreads, Jamaicans all in her house, in her kitchen, bro. We got bills all over his mama house, at T mama house. He never came to the stash because he was from the city, had moved in high school. He fell in that category. You can't come to the stash house. He knew so many people in the city. We ran up with him for a little minute until he robbed T. He robbed T one day on the way there. I was on the way there. And he robbed T. First he started fronting T work. Because T was getting like the high grade. I went in that popcorn Arizona shit. T was trying to sell both. So at one point, it was weird. How you front a motherfucker and then
you rob him.
The next time you rob him. So
the only thing I can think of is that if you front him, you know he's going to have money on him and you can rob him for the money. Maybe something like that, but it's money he owes you anyway, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense. It didn't make sense. We kind of put it together. We kind of felt like maybe owed the dread, maybe owed the debt, because it just didn't make no sense. So that plug was dead, and it was dead. It was like, so we started dealing with the Coast Guard guy. This the best round weed. This is clean money. Like, bro, he had a driver. His best friend was a driver.
Did you ever figure out how he was bringing it in?
Nah, never asked him, bro. But he one of the guys you wouldn't want to ask because he's always doing something.
Yeah.
Like right now, he in the real estate. He's like, you want to ask him because you know he ain't gonna tell you. It's like he's just that slick. So I remember him getting it in, bro, and what they was doing somehow, they were getting it shipped to motels. They were getting it shipped to motels. He'd be wrapped up in these big green bales, like 50, some would be 50 pounds. Always over 50 though, bro. We'd be like a 50 in a QP or 50 and a half a pound. And these big green bales, they would wrap them up, green saran wrap, and they would put fabric softener around the saran wrap that shit some more. And then shit would come into a hotel there, and then from the hotel, the driver would go get it from the hotel, put it in the back of his truck, come to Lake City, and he would charge like $50 a pound. Yeah, I think $50 a pound, $25 a pound. But he would come to the stash house. So at this time, bro, we got weed coming. We would take loose the oven in the house, and you pop the top. So the weed would be in the back of the oven, and the money would be in this case. And at some point, he was selling loud, so we had to put the freezer. So the stash house was this, bro. You come in, every cabinet's full of weed. The refrigerator, whatever was the loudest is in the refrigerator. And the money in the stove. So if you come in there, you might get some weed when you get the money. We did that for so long, bro. And so like I say, until T got robbed. And when T got robbed, I feel like, you done been there, but you know how you get them signs like a whole bunch of shit to start back to back. He like.
That's telling you, it's telling you something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah,
You know?
It's like
life is trying to warn you.
Bro, we getting so much money, and then I think at the time, my girlfriend dad had got out. No, I think he had got out. And he was like a big drug dealer too, so he was kind of like surprised I was dating his daughter because my dad. He like, man, his daddy share woo. At this time, it ain't no secret. Everybody know what time it is. I really don't give a damn. Mama know what time it is, but I just ain't been in no trouble, bro. I'm good. If you ain't getting no trouble, you getting money, and you taking care of your people, bro. It's like they love you.
So how much weight is the Coast Guard ending up like?
So he giving us whatever. So it's usually like 40 at a time, 50 at a time. So it's the bells. It's the compressed. We used to call it Haitian sensation around that time. I don't know if that's the real name.
That was that weekly, monthly?
Bro, it was twice a week.
So you're pushing 100 pounds a week?
80 pounds a week. 800 easy because I'm fronting. And then with the weed game, this is why I got good with money. With the weed game, I learned that you got to buy it even when you don't need it. I didn't wait for my money to come. I sometimes, bro, I got $80,000, but I don't got shit. I remember days I got $80,000, but I don't got no money. Or I remember spending $40,000, having like $200 in my pocket to my name, and like, bro, if this shit get hit, but your cushion would be the few guys you had fronted. Right. So you probably have, at one point I remember, because I had to calculate one time, and I was like, maybe I'm buying too much shit. I had like 80 grand. I had like 80 grand in weed, and only liquid cash I had at one point was the money that was out on the street. And then where I would front according to my bills. So let's say my rent was $1,000. I would make sure I give a couple pounds to cover that 1,000. So it was like that. That's how I would bounce around and move out of town, different cities. I was like, well, as long as bro paying my rent and paying this here, I'm straight. Shit started going down, bro. So when you don't get caught for a long time, people think that you like gonna get away with it. No, when you don't get caught for a long time, you feel like something finna fucking happen, bro.
It's inevitable. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can remember being in the club with my partner, and like I remember I was telling my girl this a long ago. I was in the club, and we in VIP, and nigga trunked out, man, jury on, popping my shit. Got these female with me, and we all in the mirror like. Looking in the mirror, and I always had like I could be doing some dumb shit, but I always had like some type of something that always gave me sense. I always had sense even through the bullshit. I remember being in that mirror like, man, this shit ain't gonna last ever, cause we ain't got caught. We ain't getting caught. And then my daddy had already knew that they knew what we were doing. But at this point, I knew you couldn't catch me in Lake City because y'all was too slow. I'm already down through there with the Orlando boys. I'm dealing with Zoes and I'm dealing with the white boys and I'm dealing with law enforcement. That boy, you get pulled over in Orlando, they going under your car. They checking your tires and shit. Man, where we from? They might run the dogs. They don't got no X-ray, none of this shit. So I'm like, man, they catch me. They won't. Feds gonna catch me. I ain't got bigger. The feds gonna catch us. But shit started getting real crazy when like Molly came out. So now, bro, we talking like 2011. Molly came out, and it's like it changed the certain niggas' demeanor that were hustling. So so Molly was that drug that a motherfucker ain't never did no drug. They'll try Molly.
Yeah, because it's a party drug.
Yeah, they'll try Molly.
Yeah.
Right? So I remember niggas be talking to you on the phone while working, and you be like, bro, what the fuck? He on Molly. My dog, bro, man, we getting that money. I'm like, bro, Molly started making niggas personality change. So that's when we kind of like
separated.
Kind of separating from the homeboys and shit. And then we had to have a real talk, bro. We had real meetings, like real king, like real bosses. Like we really had to have a renegotiation how we handle the business. He'll tell you. T say, bro, I remember on the phone when I said, bro, Junior with the Zoe, he came back around. He moved on a different house, on a different side of town. This is how you kind of figure like, I kind of figured like something you was gonna go wrong or extremely well. It was too many plugs in one time just came, right? So T got robbed, that plug, they're gone. We still dealing with the Coast guys. JR didn't call me. He didn't move. Him and his wife. They being straight. But JR know I been getting paper. He just been leaving me to his nephew. His nephew had ended up catching a little charge. We wasn't never no pressure. It's just like I wasn't trying to come to Orlando no more and get that weight from him. Who got the driver. The pills come back around again. The OxyContin pills. So
this is right around when the pill mill started cranking and all that.
This the pill mill. This back when I was selling so many pills at one point in time, bro. And when the pill mill hit, man, I was about to start dressing like a pharmacist, bro, because we hadn't got kind of high at that point, and it had got kind of hard to get it. The Coast guys, they started selling us like bullshit. They sold us like, the way we ended with them was we was doing good. He would come to the stash house. He was dropping our weight. They had like a little drop for a little minute. And I remember we were finna get 50. And for some reason he didn't want to come to the spot. He was like, man, I'm gonna have my dad's house out in the woods. It's all like, man, we're gonna get it, man. But we straight, man. We're like, man, JR already back on. We're gonna start back hitting the old, cause the numbers worth it. And I had drivers that I could find me a driver, but I had never used them yet. All this is like a business plan. It literally was like a business plan, because we like, bro, okay, nah, we ain't gonna deal with him no more. Woo. I said, bro, I got 2 girls I know. We gotta start back on Orlando. We can pay them to drive. Hey man, we gonna start fucking with bro, man. We like real deal sitting at the table like some real business guys, man. You would think we finna run a Fortune 500 company. We just trying to find a way to get the weed into the city. So he like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I've been crack been around by my house lately, and not just him. It's a lot of, now you get a lot of drug dealers start finding them out of the way apartment complexes, and they think they ducked off, but they come and do the same thing he doing.
Right.
So I remember him telling me like, man, I'm not putting weed in my house no more. I'm finna start putting the weed in the trash can and leaving it in the trash can and leaving it by the road, and then come get it whenever. Because he was like, he started seeing certain stuff. I'm like, all right, bet. I ain't finna leave no more weed in my house, no more work in my house. I had like a pile, like a burn pile. I said, well, we're gonna start doing. I said, well, I started getting trash can, trash bag, and I would put all my weed in this burn pile, and that's where the stash at. We had a lost stash spot. We lost that. And I don't know bullshit. It's just they had new management, and they wanted IDs, and they wanted us to sign the lease and all type of shit. Her lease was up, we couldn't do it no more. So now, we got all these plugs, but we trying to figure out how we can get it in and stay on the radar and just not get popped. Me and his main thing was not getting popped, bro. We ain't care fuck about none of that shit. We just didn't want to get popped. So she started getting crazy because I had a few signs, but all the plugs started coming. So my cousin that lived in Orlando, she started dealing with this dude named Uncle Black. She was telling me about Uncle Black, but he sounded like make-believe, because she kept telling me he got more OxyContin pills than you got money. And I guarantee you. I'm like, nah. So at this point, we all trying to like get the money and not get caught. We had a cousin that had just got busted in the house that we used to hang at. So we really on some sneaky shit. I'm trying to get the money in some type of way, because I'm going to go broke if I don't at this point. So she bring Uncle Black to the family reunion. Uncle Black was an old black guy. He had to be like 79 years old, bro. All gray, walked with a cane. Somehow he was getting 30s, Rossi 30s. So when he came to the family reunion, I'm in the hood. He see me. He's like, man. He talk like this. You move his mouth real funny when we talk. Yeah, I'm gonna get you the pills, man. So I'm like, all right, bet. So now I'm like, bet. I want to go straight selling pills, because at the time the weed kind of hard to get it in. It's big, it's bulky. I'm not sure these two drivers that I done recruited worth it. And T then found a guy that got loud coming through the mail, but he only getting like 3 or 4 pounds at a time. But it's his main guy. They're doing that the whole over. Now looking back at it, that little time there could have made me a broke, because I kind of feel like, you know how I feel like you ain't getting as much money, but your expenses. So now that I think about it, my decision making one as well as it should be. But we ended up, T can't sell the pills. I go down there, man, dealing with Uncle Black, man. I'm getting so many pills, bro, to the point where I'm going to stay the night at Uncle Black's house. He married, got a white wife, me and his kid, big ass crib. JR, the Zoe, he done got back on. So now I'm going to Orlando, and these guys are older guys, bro. Uncle Black was like, when I stopped dealing with Uncle Black probably like 80. JR had to be like...
That's got to be the oldest plug I've ever heard of.
Bro, he was still... Bro, Uncle Black was still... He would tell you, he played the old shit. He played it. He was still going to get on the Greyhound, going to Texas and getting weed. He told me how he was doing. He said, I would walk with my motherfucking cane. He said, I would go get my weed. I'll put my weed in front of the... He was a real gangster. He died a gangster, bro. He died of gangsters. His brothers and his sons ended up being like drug dealers. But now Uncle Black was drug dealer all his life, bro. That's all he knew. I think from like Baltimore from down. Well, I don't know how he ended up in Orlando. But ended up dealing with him for a little minute until he passed. Then I was dealing with my cousin with him. We were making a lot of bread. That's how I got my first charge with that, right? So how I caught the charge, like I say, Orlando was a playground for me. You ask anybody I dated at the time, or any of my homeboys, they couldn't find me in Orlando, because it was so much money that I had so many plugs. I might go down there like 10 grand, just hanging out, and I'm like, woo, woo, woo. And then at that point, you start knowing people. You start knowing people through like the nightlife. Disco JR throw parties. You had niggas like, they're back with the whoop, 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 with all them rapping and all that. So it's like, the nightlife brought a lot of clientele too. So all this year, it's like hit or miss. You get it, you make some money, but then next couple of months you might not be able to. So it's kind of like, you know how I go, you just got to make the money and stack it. Selling is started becoming like a job now, because you making the money and you seeing the money, but you got to save it versus spending it. But you making more money than the working nigga. You still making cheese. I had still made like 20 grand like a month, but it was ugly as fuck. I was making like, it was ugly. It was like ugly 20 grand. I remember saying like, 45, 10s, I'm grinding too much. I should have set my ass down then, bro. It was slowing down. My girl at the time, she was in college in Tallahassee, fam, and she was seeing this shit. She kept saying like, you don't need to be down there. You just come up here and stay with me. You got money, you make money, you just, like, nah. So I go to dealing with Black, and I go to dealing with my cousin after Black died. She ended up ODing and passing, right? So Uncle Black died. She ended up ODing and passing. But it's still pills and Orlando every time I go, and it's still weed and Orlando every time I go. So I'm at the crib one day, bro, and it's like I'm hitting dude about numbers and weed. The numbers is not right. They're not worth me driving. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit for a little minute. Give me a small pack of pills. I'm not gonna go broke. As soon as he hit me about some weed that's worth it, I'm gonna hit the road. Monday, Tuesday, come around Wednesday, JR called me. Now JR real plug. When you go to this house, you not leaving. He don't even allow you to leave within you can't leave in 3-4 hours. You gotta come in there. His wife had a catering company. He would eat. Man, you could take a nap, whatever, bro, but he just didn't like you coming in and leaving. Or he would leave the garage open and you come in, you would chill, we watch the whole game, and y'all been doing the transaction, we leave. So he come through with a weight, all right, bet. I go down there to get 30. It's a player number. I ain't had no good weed in 3 months. I've been paying my bills with these pills. I get there, he don't got all of them. He like, "Nell, man, I got with the whoop." He like, this when I realized it's a lot of Cubans hustling like a motherfucker. We didn't know. So it was a Cuban guy right across the street from this guy. He worked for he would go set up stadium shit for the NFL. Family and all, bro. He called this motherfucker. Just random, he called he was calling, "Can I borrow your butter?" or some shit. He said, "Hey man, my partner down here, bro. He came what's it called, but they ain't got it." So he asked the dude, and the dude came. He said, "Yeah." I was surprised, bro. That coach came and he gave him the rest of it. But what saved me was by them not having all the weight, because usually we go get 30, 40, 50 pounds. The Coast Guard guys would wrap it all up in blocks. The Coast Guards, they never brought it in pounds. They always brought it in bales. But when we go down to Orlando, JR, they would have 100 pounds in the projects already bust down. He would just go grab them. And so luckily this time, it would save me. So luckily this time, he got him from we called him Chico. He was a Cuban guy. He never hardly talked, bro. He would always clean cut, bro. He would Pumas and shit. I don't know, bro. Everybody in that little area, nobody looked like they were doing that shit. So, but he brought it was kind of like the bell, but it was loose though. It was like somebody that been ripping through it, black bag. And the numbers were a little cheaper. And I remember, so I got the 30, and it was cheaper. I remember I had a couple $100 more dollars in. So I had this ritual, bro. We had these rules. Well, when you go get the weed, you traffic, you always traffic at nighttime. We ain't trafficking in the daytime, because in the daytime, if something don't look right, they can pull you over. Your tent don't look right. If you ugly, bitch, we gonna pull you over. So I made the rules and I broke the rules. I always had these rules. We ain't never trafficking nothing in the daytime. So desperation, bro. It's nighttime and I go down there like it's supposed to be. And I leave at nighttime like I'm supposed to. Thinking what my dick, bro. It is Haitian girl. She was crazy about me. I had never really pushed up on her, but she lived in Gainesville. So I go down there, everything regular. We got these rituals, bro. We don't listen to no rap music while you're on the road. You don't play with your phone while you're on the road. We listen to reggae music on the road. Soothing, Rasta reggae music on the road. We did it for years. That's all my homeboys, they'll tell you. On top of my car, listen to rap music when I'm trapping or when I'm trafficking. Because the I don't know. It's just the shit that sounds so fucking dumb when I'm heartbeat and I'm driving. So, nothing changed. Listen to my reggae music, we vibing. I ain't bringing T with me. T don't even know I came. I called him one time before I left that night, but he didn't pick up. Ciroc had just came out, the Peach Ciroc shit. So I remember I got to the junior house, and we drank the Peach Ciroc. It just came out. So I hit the road. Keep in mind, bro, I always came through Gainesville at nighttime, bro. I used to go from Orlando to Gainesville strip club with 30 pounds in the trunk, hang out in the motherfucking strip club. And you wanna know why my demeanor, how it is in the club? Cause bitch, I got all this money in my pocket and I got 30 pounds in my trunk. So I did that for a minute.
I would have definitely dropped off the work before I went to the club, but hey.
Nah, bro, because what it was like this, bro. It's weird. We would take these rolls, 70, you would take 75, and then it was like this. Gainesville really can't have no legal strip club. So it's a regular club, but it's right off the college areas. So when you're getting off and you kind of helping yourself blend in. And I did that for a little minute. But it was all at nighttime. I knew the routes, bro. I just studied law enforcement, bro. We used to get DVDs from out of the high times with these ex-FBI agents on how not to get caught. Bro, we really did homework. How not to get caught. These guys just tell you what days, what certain times. No, but I was really on that shit. I was at this point, I'm really like a trafficker, but I'm trying to find a way I can get somebody to traffic for me because I got all this knowledge of the road. Think about it, bro. We've been riding this road like 4 years.
At this point, you've been in the game for years. I mean, maybe like 10 years.
We go from if you really want to go, let's go. So at this point, let's go from 05, really literally 05 up to we right at 2011 right now.
So yeah, like 6-7 years.
Yeah, we 2011 right now. Never got caught, not even pulled over with nothing.
Okay. Is this when you catch the case you were talking about? Okay.
So I end up going down. I get the weed, but we drank some rock and shit. It just came out. That pizza rock just came out. So for some reason, I got close to Gainesville or Ocala area. I got a little tired. But the thing was, Wildwood police used to be real bad back then. They ain't shit now. You would never see them in this state now. Wildwood police was really bad at that time. Gainesville police would never see all night. But Columbia County will always be right on the exit. So we always try to leave out by 6. We ain't gotta worry about them catching with the money. But you just want to get out of the, you don't want to go to daytime. They put everything daytime. So bro, I end up getting tired, so I go to the Haitian girl house. Leave the weed in the trunk, go to the house. Then we chill. She cook for me, all type of shit. So right before I about to leave, bro, she said, you gonna cook me breakfast? And I was like, man, no, I gotta go. I had a girl at the time, right? So my girlfriend, she calling me. She want me to be in Tallahassee. She called me like 10 o'clock. I hop in the car, bro. She said something Haitian. She said something in Creole to me because I didn't cook her breakfast. I don't know what the hell to the day, I don't know what the hell she said. I was like, what the fuck? And so, bruh, as soon as I get on the interstate, I'm driving, got my seatbelt on the interstate, and I just see the ugliest police car. None of the regular cars we used to see. It's like a police car they give you when the sheriff then get demoted. He get an old car. You know what I'm talking about? Like the resource officer car. Bro, he pull up on me, he drop back. By the time I look, he can drop back. Fuck. So I look back, he behind me. Then he get from behind me, get back on the side of me. I'm like, oh, he gonna haul ass. No, that bitch dropped back, hit the lights. When he hit them lights, I'm like, fuck. All I can fucking think of was, bruh, you ain't got no business trafficking in the daytime anyway. Cause the same ideal I had is when they see you and you ain't looking right, they're gonna pull your ass over. Nighttime, bro, I had so many, cause you can't see, you just looking if I'm not speeding. Like I say, when that eye contact, they get a chance to profile you. I always knew, bro, you not traffic at daytime. He looked, bro, he dropped back. I got long ass dreads, bro. He pulled over. Keep in mind, remember I told you when I went and brought the pounds, I didn't spend all the money. I got the money right here on my thing. And I was really in the gym heavy, right? So I got bag of Curatin and everything. It's innocent Curatin. Bro, I'm not thinking this shit. When he come to this side. What's the first thing you think he see when he roll the window down? He see my little knot of money and he see these 2 plastic baggies. He don't say nothing, he keep it cool. Like registration, woo. When he go back to the car, I'm thinking. And so I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I moved this shit. He already saw the shit. So that's a red flag, then. So I'm like, man, I got this fucking money in the thing. Take it. I put it on the seat and he come. And he said, oh, Mr. Morgan, can I come out, talk to me, something like that? And he talk while I'm at, make a crazy situation about, I made some shit like, I was working out or some shit. I told him I was working out. But when I learned, don't get no receipts, know where you go. When you trafficking, I don't give a fuck what you don't get no receipts. You don't need no receipts. What you gonna return your gas? You gonna return your, bruh, it was receipts in my pocket that had the day before that I had been in Orlando And what I hadn't did and all, I think I had went to Halloween Horror Nights. It was like November 14th or some shit. Had to win the Halloween Horror Nights, all that type shit when I was down there before I had got to work. Cause I went down there, I would stay there for like a day, 2 days, whatever. But he ended up, I'm like, later on when the police reported shit, you know, I'm lying and shit. I'm like, man, the fuck up, damn receipt. Told the man I was lying. So put me in the police car, I'm in Gainesville. But the thing is, I'm this close from Lake City. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm caught, but I don't want to get caught in Lake City. Cause that shit, that's what they want. They want me in Lake City. I know, they know I'm not being big headed, I'm not playing around with them, but I'm like, I know they can't catch me, and they know they can't catch me. Mm. So when I get there, it's straight. I get there, I'm straight, because I'm at this. So this 2011, 2012, I'm 24 now, I'm 25, I ain't never been in no trouble. So never been no trouble. I get there. Gainesville wasn't like Lake City. Gainesville was there wasn't zero tolerance. So I called my lawyer. Give you game on my lawyer too. He just barred, he in prison, but he was a gangster. So I called my lawyer. My lawyer said, hey, don't say nothing about you straight. I'm gonna come over there and get you. He said, because if you would have crossed that river, in Santa Fe River, your bond would have been woo, 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 and this would have been this, because there's zero tolerance. He said, but Gainesville is going to be a zero tolerance in the next election. It's election year. He said, this chill, because you got caught, but you got caught before zero tolerance. It was November. I think they vote around November, right? Some shit like that. So he was like, just chill. You may be able to get out on pre-trial prevention. He said, because the weed that you got caught with, it wasn't individually wrapped. And he said, if it was individually wrapped and you would have intent to sell, it would have been trafficking, it would have been all this other shit. So I'm thinking he bluffing me. So when I get off the phone with him, some guys in the game that just called this big bus, dog. Like literally that night after, and I'm telling him we talking about shit. He like, yeah, man. Weed, man, they ain't gonna say nothing, man. You ain't gonna say shit. Man, you straight, man. Ain't gonna say shit, man. I got woo. Short shit stink, bro. They would have let me out because it was Gainesville homecoming. So it got to be November 4th or 14th. I could have signed for that shit, bro. He came down that next day. It was Friday. It was University of Florida homecoming. Nobody go to fucking work. They don't go to work. Nah. The whole city, they at the fucking parade. They ain't signed no paper. Judge ain't doing no shit. Ain't no getting out. He like, man. He said, well, just wait until Monday and we'll get you out. You ain't got no trouble, bro. You got caught with a bail in Gainesville. You straight. So I bet. Monday come, girl get me out. We cool. I don't want to sell them a weed. It's too big now, too bulky. I lost all this motherfucking money. I don't want to sell them a weed, but I still got to get to the chicken, bro, because like I said, I'd rather be in jail than be broke, really. So this one, I go double back and go back down dealing with Uncle Junior. Uncle Black. So JR, I never got to tell him I got busted. It was on the news. He called me. He say, man, I'm up here looking at motherfucking news. Your ass on the motherfucking news. Way down in Orlando. I'm like, for real? Because it's North Florida deal with shit different. So you get caught in with Ocala, Gainesville, it's going to be in the news, Gainesville. Now they do Lake City. But back then, they ain't give a fuck. So he called me, I tell him, yeah, man, woo, he straight. He know I'm solid, so he ain't worrying about nothing. So now I'm like, damn, so I'm fucked up, bro. I'm going to court. They spacing out this court. But then when I realized lawyers be gangsters, my lawyer told me, he say, Morgan, man, he said, I'm so glad you get caught in Lake City. I know your dad used to hate me one time. We hate each other one point in time, but then because he was an attorney for the sheriff department. And then he became against the sheriff department. So he was like, you straight, bro. You gonna be good. He said, as long as you get caught in Lake City. He said, cause I don't want that shit. He said, cause they'll take it distance. They're gonna do whatever, they can flip around. And he said, he really just wanna make your dad look crazy for raising a big drug dealer, a big weed man. So I was like, I respect that. So he was like, this how I know they be gangsters. He said, well, I'm about to run for district attorney. And they know me over there in that circuit, in that district over there. He said, so I'm gonna be coming over to Gainesville. You ain't gotta go to court the first day. And he said, but they know me. They know what I'm trying to do. They respect me. You good. So when I went to court, I watched the room. I watched when how much you Google Jeff Sigman after he in prison now for some gangster shit. So I watched the room. When he came in the room, I watched how one lawyer and prosecutor say they talking to each other and they shaking hands and say, "Is this normal?" And then I'm looking. I'm like, "Nah, they fucking with Jeff heavy. They fucking with Jeff heavy." So Jeff got me everything he said he did. So now, bro, this 6 months going to court for 6 months because with the pre-trial shit, I feel like they hold on and do the shit, and if you crazy and you fucking up, you gonna fuck up in between this pre-trial shit. So I was going to court for 6 months. Crazy shit about it, bro. I had my last court date was Thursday. It was a Thursday. To sign my papers for pre-trial, go check in the next day, Friday. I had to go check in Gainesville where I got caught at, and then I had to go check in Lake City where they gonna transfer the probation where I check in at, right? So I like, bet. So I leave from Orlando to go to court. It's my court Thursday. I go to Orlando Tuesday. I go buy like 300 pills, 300 bottles. I mean 300 bottles, 100 pack. I know I got court.
Had you been pushing pills this whole time?
Yeah, I've been pushing pills the whole time. I've been pushing pills the whole time. But the weed, I was like, man, I ain't fucking the weed. It's too big, it's too bulky. But the numbers weren't right. And then niggas they started wanting like high grade, really, really high grade. T was selling high grade. I didn't have no time for it no more, bro. I'm like, nah, I don't want to sell no weed. I'm going to sell these pills because I sell my property. So I'm selling these pills the whole time. I'm paying my lawyer with these pills. So he gave me a nice deal, signed, and it was like a year or something like I stayed straight, and they threw all that stuff out. Bro.
Probation?
Yeah, probation. But nah, I think it was easier than probation. It was like pre-trial. It was a probation, but the charge wouldn't stick.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, bet I can rock that. So Tuesday comes.
State cases are sweet, boy.
Man, listen,
so different from the feds.
They'll bait you up though. They'll bait your ass up though. Federal, I was always scared of federal when it came to the pills.
Nah, you would have been done. They would have caught you with 30 pounds of weed. It would have been over.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that serious. They didn't pass it on to the feds.
Like 2011, it was looking like.
I mean, it still wasn't even. It had just become legal in Denver.
Oh damn!
Think about that.
Oh, you're right. Cause we had the triangle up there. That was Mendocino was the only county. You're right. I remember that.
In Colorado, it had been legal in Colorado for like a year at that point. So it was still.
You're right. It was still rough because I remember Mendocino County was still a thing. You wouldn't hear about that shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was like that too.
Yeah, man.
Cause we just it really was. So I remember.
So you were still pushing the pills. You were about to sign off to get probation.
About to sign off to get probation. I knew on that Tuesday I had court on that Thursday. So I said, I called Uncle Black. I said, man, I'm gonna get pills. I was trying to get as many pills as I possibly can. I had money on the streets, and I said, I'm just gonna get like 300 of these pills, and I'm gonna just. Cause I didn't want to put my money all the way out in the streets all the way. Cause I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm a good street weed seller, but I don't know about the weed. Cause the weed was fun, but the pill was scary because people started ODing. So I had a boy named Fat Boy. He was ODing on the 80s. One of the guys I served, BJ, he killed himself down the road from my house. It was like on the road I lived on, he was ODing up that shit. So it was kind of scary. You had to really know what you was doing dealing with them pills. So I remember I went down there. I got me a 300 pack of the Roxy's, and I called myself. I said, well, I'm gonna get the pills. I'm gonna go to court, and then I'm gonna go to the city, put the pills up. So I left. I went to court from Orlando. I got pills on me. I got pills in my engine when I go to court. So go to court, go to probation, sign off in Gainesville. Lake City told me to come Friday. I always had a lot of females though, bro. I had like a team of females where like they had to benefit something within the game. It wasn't just this fine, just fucking on them. It's just, nah, man, she solid. I can probably go over there and catch the play over there. I can hide this over here. So the female was always real influential to my business. Ain't trust niggas. But with her, I remember saying, I said, well, I'm gonna go pick up. I ain't selling them, man. So I'm gonna go scoop up to kind of like celebrate my little shit. Bro, I go pick her up, get by the hand and sit, take her to the room. It's daytime. It's fresh out of court. I'm fresh from court. I call myself gonna hang all night, all day. and celebrate. So I remember picking up, go to the room. I remember buying like a bottle of Henny, and I got the pills on me at this time. So I take her home, I go to T House. So I said, man, I'm just gonna chill at T House, sell my pills while we play the game, fuck off. And then later on night, I'm gonna pick my baby up, and then I'm gonna go take her back to the room, we're gonna vibe. I get to T House, we be there all day. It's slow, ain't how to nobody really calling me. But I'm straight though, cause I ain't impressed with no man. I got like 5,000 in my pocket. I got 300 pills in my car, man. So that day was weird, bro. Real slow that day, and I don't like the slow. I don't like being slow. It's like if nobody calling me, bro, it's like I better go do something else. So they end up. So we at the house just chilling. So we see this van pull in the driveway, but it pulled into the neighbor's driveway. And I had this thing, you guys and my partners, I do not sit in no house or no traps or no with windows closed. I got to see outside. I got to be, they just get mad at me, bro. I mean, I just come in people's house and open up their windows. Like, bro, how y'all sit in the house? Y'all don't know what's going on outside y'all. I save a lot of niggas like that too. Just so happened. Went open, and I see it. So we looking out the window, and I'm like I said, I'm always the type of person that I'm not gonna half-ass. Like if I want you to see me, cause I want to know what the fuck you doing. So he looking out the window. So when I walk out, like, man, what the fuck this is in this van? But nobody got the van. They pull in and they back out and they haul ass. His girl got his car, so nobody at his house. I ain't thinking none of it. So we chilling. He cooking shrimp. So we got a partner named Braxton. That's what I'm telling him. We had a partner named Braxton. He used to always try to buy weed for me. But at this particular time, I stopped selling weed. And I didn't really want to serve him because one time he called me for some weed and he was at my neighbor's house. And I'm like, I had no problem with him. But you know how you play it off. You don't want people to think you had weed in your house. I had a whole bunch of weed in my house. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't got nothing, bro. It's weed uptown, bro. So much weed in the house. So he called T. He come in there. He buy like a couple pounds from T. T selling loud. I'm sitting there playing the game. I ain't said nothing to him. My pills sitting on the table. We just playing. So I say, boy, what you got going on, boy? He say, man, this bullshit around and catch this thing. White girl sitting in the car. So I say, boy, she don't eat none of them Roxas, boy. I said, she don't want to eat none of the Roxas. He said, what? I said, she don't want to eat none of the Roxas. He like, I don't know. I'm finna see. But he haul ass. He don't say nothing. So we don't think none of it. The van come by again. As soon as his girlfriend come on, they kick in the door. Boom. All the pills. I got a suitcase in this house with like shake and scales and little baggies of weed and shit. I probably ain't seen that in like 2 months. My passport, all that shit in this in his garage. They coming up, bro. We don't know what's going on. We get locked up. They tell us, they don't tell us nothing. We get out, they trying to tell me, he telling on me. They try to tell me, he telling on me.
So cops broke in the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
They kicked the door in, got his bag up, they getting all my pills. He had him a little bit of weed. But what it was is the guy had already got caught. And they sent him on a controlled buy. But they came to get him. He didn't know I was even there.
Yeah, you just happened to be there when he did the buy.
Yeah, right up saying, man, I get pounds. He getting pounds for T since high school and 15. But that hit me up. So that's like,
who kicks in the door? Like what cops?
Task Force. But it was Tri-County though. It was Columbia County, Jasper, Hamilton County, and Live Oak, whatever Live Oak is. Swanee County. It was three. But at the time, we didn't even know they had this division. We've been selling weed and all this shit for so long. They didn't got these 3 groups. So where I found out is when I got out, I told my lawyer. No, I'm sitting at my lawyer office and I see this white guy. They called him Cracker Tim. He was from Jasper. Cracker Tim he was the reason why they stopped selling like the fake weed and the fake pills inside the gas station. He was on the campaign. I say, man, he was in the house when I came. He say, man, he told me his name. He said, oh, that's gonna have something to do with Jasper, Live Oak. And then when he got my paperwork, we realized boy got pulled over in Live Oak. So I'm fucked up then, bro. Like I'm really fucked up. But I don't learn, bro. I don't learn. I'm hard-headed. I still had one more weed plug through T.
So, but do they let you out on bond?
No, I get out on bond, but I'm fucked up at this time. I'm fucked up, like, bro.
Yeah, because
I tell T,
you still had the other case in Gainesville.
tell T, I said, bro, I'm supposed to be
signing for
probation, and I'm like, bro, I'm going to prison. I said, I'm going to prison, bro. I say, you straight. I said, bro, just find you a cot, go to sleep, bro, and just sleep, just fall asleep. I said, don't worry about it. I said, but me, bro, I'm going to prison, bro. I said, I just went to court yesterday. So in my mind, all this shit is set up. In my mind, yeah, we sent you to court, we let you go to court, and we thinking, I don't know what's going on. When I get out, I find out later. But from there, bro, I really had like a whole lot of time to reflect, but hard-headed, bro. Like I say, bro, you used to getting some money, you really can't think straight without it. So the last vibe I ended up catching as far as a plug, it was like my last situation. T had a plug, dude getting a little weed in. I don't want to sell weed, but I know a couple guys in Jacksonville.
But what ends up happening with that case? You go to prison? You do time?
I got 5 years probation.
Wow.
I get 5 years, but my lawyer, that's why he in prison now. See, what he in jail with now, if that would happen, they would have bring all us back. This is how I got off on that, dog. This is why I learned that lawyers a real deal cutthroat and they'll swap your ass out. All right, so when we got out, they telling T, he told on you. They telling me, T told on you.
Right.
So I called my lawyer. My lawyer told me to come to his office. He gave me the print up on Braxton Jones, got pulled over and woo and he finna go get T. T hadn't got a lawyer yet. They had gave T a public defender. But his public defender was telling him that I told on him, or they cannot find out the other guy if it is another guy. So I called T. I said, nah, bitch, come to my grandma's house right now, bro. I got my lawyer and gave me the paperwork. Old boy told on us. He said, bro, a premium copy. I said, nah, you can have this copy. So he come to my grandma's house, he get the paperwork, he go to the lawyer. The lawyer told me can't represent him. It's like, damn, okay. They playing crazy. They playing game. They trying to turn. Your lawyer just tried to turn you against me. My lawyer being 100. But my lawyer so 100, he knows the good boy system. The way they tell me, he say, man, how you go to court with me for 6 months and catch they call it heroin trafficking with the pills at the time. He said, it just look bad, but it's pills. I'm like, trafficking heroin, what's this, man? I ain't got no heroin. He telling me, man, they break it down to this and this and this and this, and this is this, and this what's gonna probably happen to you, bro. So he say, but I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. He say, they want me, he said the prosecutor on this case, she want me to be her boss. And she like me. He said, I'm gonna text her and I'm gonna tell her I'm representing you and we're gonna do some things, we're gonna look out for you. He said, but after this shit here, he said, you need to get the fuck away from here. Straight up like that. He had a big ass picture of Bob Marley and he said, I know the weed thing is different. This is exactly what he said. He said, the weed thing was different. The Bob Marley thing was different. He said, nah, this different. He said, you can't be playing like this. He said, but we're gonna see what she say. I'm gonna text her. He texted her, so Dean, and he was talking. And then he kept telling me like, he said that, okay, if I become district attorney, something he couldn't have his personal practice anymore. And he was saying that the lady that was under the guy now wanted him to have his spot. And he said she loved me. And bro, he worked some shit out, bro. He kept working shit out. And for that, cause we didn't go to court a long time. He worked some shit out and he said, well, they violate you in Gainesville, they're gonna give you a whole bunch of drug classes. He said, you're gonna take drug classes for a whole year, every weekend. He said, you're gonna be able to drink, do no drugs, drug classes. He said, man, and he said, if your ass make it through these 5 years probation, you better not ever get in no motherfucking trouble again. So he told me that. While he told me that, bro, he got popped. He was swapping people out. He told one guy, if one guy he got the job. He became
district
attorney, right? He got in that bitch, rided up the chair. Soon he got in that bitch. He was in there for a few years. They found he was rotting. He ended up telling the guy that what he was doing was he was buying tractor supply stuff, and he was like, he had a guy that had called a big case, and he told the guy, if you buy one of my tractors, bro, the guy brought the tractors, charger. Dog, he brought down, his wife told him. They brought his wife down. His wife found out he stole like $90,000 for some guy he was holding over the. He supposed to be over the estate, Coca-Cola. Some guy had a big guy.
Right.
He was stealing, bro. Cutthroat as fuck. So a lot of cases had to be brought back, but mine was already done. And if you look them up, you will see whatever they did. I ain't crying about the shit. Whatever him and that girl did, they got me. I got off. So then I was like, man, I'ma chill. We chilled. Money started going low, and so I hit T.
So unfortunately, we're out of time.
Oh yeah, we good. Oh yeah, we in there.
But this has been a hell of a story. I mean, I gotta bring you back for a part 2.
Yeah, bro, cause I gotta get the kidnapping part, bro.
You got kidnapped.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, I ain't got the kidnapping part. Yeah, I got kidnapped. That was the last. That was the last straw. And then kidnapped me and took me to Georgia and drive me out.
Who kidnapped you?
Jasper, the guys from Jasper. I had a homeboy from Jasper that was buying weed with my cousin. And, you know, in them country towns, you don't have service every time. Like, you may have a service. So I end up pulling up on him a few times. And then the last time, it's kind of like, you in the car with me, you supposed to go get the pounds and take it to your partner.
Right.
When you calling him, telling him, man, come to the car, and his phone. So he called my phone. He used my phone. He said, bro, and it's some shit that said, hey, bro, come to the car. Whatever he said. And we did like 2 transactions. I would go get it, and I would meet him in Jasper, and we would go to Jasper, he would take it. This particular time, Buddy called me, we do the same thing, but when I get the weed and I go, Buddy answers the phone. So when I get there, I'm like, damn, Buddy answers the phone. So I'm about to turn around, I'm just sitting at it. So the dude called my phone. I guess he must have saved my number for when Buddy called. I guess he can't call Buddy either. He said, man, where you at, man? Buddy ain't picking up. I said, nah, he ain't picking up either. But we had been there with each other for a few times, but it was just like I was letting Buddy make his cheese off it. Man, dude say, man, Buddy, tripping, man, fuck Buddy. Meet me at the apartment complex. Bro, I get in the car. I got like 5 pounds. I get in the car. I drive over there. I don't see him. I tell him, I said, where you at? He tell me where he at. He pull up. When he pull up, he was the guy I never saw. There was a baby seat in the back. Bro, get in the car, man. I gotta keep riding, dog, cause the car gonna run hot. Bro, I get in the car. So we hit the block. 2 pistols. Bro, when 2 pistols, it looked like he playing. Cause the driver driving, he in the passenger seat, and he kind of like put 2 pistols on me like this. And my mom like, bro, stop playing, bro, you chilling. Bro, he say, what he told me, he said, bro, we like making money, we don't lose no money. That shit you sold the last time was bullshit, my nigga. I'm like, how the fuck, bro? I'm like, cause I remember it's loud, bro. We smelled it, you looked at it. I'm like, wasn't no talking. Put your hands on the top of the motherfucking roof, don't say shit. The driver was scared though, cause the driver don't know if I had nothing on him. He flinched, he like,
right.
Like, bro, check his pockets, bro, check his pockets, bro. I get in the car, past Hardee's, and I remember saying, I'm gonna jump out this bitch. Everything got this child lock, which they did. I'm glad I didn't try. And then, so we riding, bro. We just riding down long rural roads, bro. They take me to Georgia. They from vet office. They taking me to, I want to see cows and farms. And I got scared when they were arguing about whether they're gonna shoot me or not. I don't know if them niggas was really playing that.
Right.
But however they did it, bro, it worked. He like, shoot that nigga, bro. Nah, okay, nah, I ain't gonna shoot. Nah, bro, shoot him. I was like, oh fuck no. 2 motherfuckers arguing whether they're gonna shoot me or not. But bro, I got blessed, bro, because they got to this. It's like this dirt road. I never forget. It's like this dirt road that you better can see. And they stopped like a block above it. And he say, get out the car, fuck nigga. You try something, I'm gonna kill you. And I remember like hit me with the gun, got like push me out the car.
That's wild.
And I remember saying like, that nigga shoot me in my back. And I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, they let me out, bro. I was so far away from home.
You got very lucky. Very lucky.
Old country white boy seen me walking and asked me where I was going at. And luckily he knew the neighborhood.
He gave you a ride. So I'll have you back at some time because I feel like you could probably do another 2 hours.
Yeah, bro. Got some shit going on.
Before I let you go and before we check out, how'd you get the nickname? Who started?
Honestly, bro, I used to have a weight room in my I built a weight room back in the day, right?
Okay.
It's like an old abandoned house we had. Threw all the furniture out, put old abandoned weights, and they have no AC. I used to be the only motherfucker that working out. They started calling me Heat, bro. And then they just stuck with it. Playing football, bro, they started calling me Heat, and it's just stuck with it.
All right. Well, I usually wrap up asking the same few questions. So what's next for Heat?
Bro, I do movies now, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on my third movie. I got 2 movies on Tubi.
Okay.
By the time this come out, bro.
Director, film, actor.
Yeah, bro. That's why my movie's so, because I've been there.
That's dope, man.
You know what I mean? So I got Blood of My Sister is finna come like Father's Day weekend. By the time you chop this up, bro, it should be out.
I'm a director producer myself, so we gotta talk.
Tap in, man.
Yeah, we gotta
I
talk.
gotta give you the game. You got any movies on the platforms yet?
Not yet, but I have like 7 scripts I've written out.
Bro.
Yeah. I'm about to film a documentary though.
It was meant for us to link. I'm doing a documentary for my dog right now. Boo Boo, he was in a movie, he got killed. He never got to see himself. By the time,
what are the names of the movies you got on Tubi?
Blood of My Brother.
That's out already?
That's my first movie.
Okay.
I did that in 2018. Though I'm saying we didn't get the chance to talk to it, but
and people can go find it on Tubi right now.
Yeah, on Tubi.
And what's the other movie?
Blood of My Brother. I did a movie called Creep.
Okay.
In 2022.
Okay.
And then last year we shot Blood of My Sister. It's a series, 3-episode series. It's Tubi already got it. Matter of fact, I think they're gonna drop it Father's Day weekend, the Mother's Day weekend. That's dope, man. But yeah, bro, we got a link, man.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll link up, man. For sure. We'll link up on a project.
Yeah.
And then gotta have you back and tell the rest of the story for sure.
We're gonna do it, man.
Yeah, man. What next question, how do you want to be remembered?
Bro, I want to be remembered as somebody that's, I always got this saying, bro, I'm not better than nobody, but I'm different from everybody. And that's just, when you look at me, bro, you got this, that's how I am, bro. I'm not better than nobody, but I'm different from everybody.
That's dope.
So we had fun, bro. I fuck with that. But I gotta get into the other part with you, bro. I got some shit.
Do you believe in redemption?
Oh yeah, I do. I believe you got to be a certain person to get it though.
For sure, I agree. Do you believe you've redeemed yourself?
Oh yeah. I think I overly did, bro, because I remember when me and bro got locked up, and I was already politicking with acting, but I was too hard in the streets. I remember saying, I said, bro, how the fuck I'm in this fucking jail, bro? I'm supposed to be in movies and shit. He'll tell you that. I said, bro, why the fuck I'm in jail? Bitch, I'm supposed to be in movies and shit. Had never wrote no script, had never been on no set. But just because I know what type of person I was.
Right.
I had a lot of vibes, bro, and I did a lot of shit that a lot of niggas probably will never be able to see. So I do feel like I got it, bro, because I'm gonna go back and get what's old in me, bro. We 3 movies down. We shooting a 4th movie this summer. And like I say, I told myself when I was in jail, you supposed to be in movies, bro. I'm on my 4th movie, so yeah, I got my redemption, bro.
That's dope, bro.
For sure.
Appreciate you driving all the way over here. How can people connect with you?
Instagram, Heat Morgan on everything. Tubi. You type in Heat Morgan or Tamel Heat Morgan on Tubi. All my movies will pop up.
Dope.
Documentaries next, man. I like these crime series type documentaries. So
Dope.
we tapping into that next.
Yeah, we'll link up on our project for sure. I got a lot of material I've been meaning to get out there. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna link.
Alrighty, guys. That was another episode of Honor Among Thieves, featuring your guest all the way from the north side of Florida, Heat Morgan. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, push to the limit. The world is yours. If you're not chasing a dream, life is meaningless, guys. And we'll catch you on the next one. Say goodnight to the bad guy.